Alright, I'm out here at Ditto Farm Park, getting a practice round in for this weekend, playing the Ditto Duo on Saturday. Hole one here is 400 feet, basically just a smash of a hyzer. You might be able to see the basket through the trees there on the left. Birdie would be nice, but definitely don't want to get anything worse than a par. Throw a few warm-up shots, and then we'll throw to the real shots. Alright, now on to some actual tee shots. I'm going to try out two forces to start. One a little straighter, one slightly more overstable. Start with the straighter one first. Looked pretty good. Didn't quite push far enough left, but I still think it's a look at it. We'll try this force next. Too straight. Not enough hyzer on it. We're gonna try one more. We're gonna go a little more on the flippy side, try to push a little more with the nuke. That looks like the best one. Not bad, should have a couple looks at it. All right, so as you can see, the straighter force and the nuke landed in almost the same spot. The more overstable force that I threw a little straight was about 30 more feet back right, or yes, back right of the basket. These are about pin high right, so I got about 50, 55 feet up the hill. Oh, first putt of the day. Hole 2 here is a longer par 3, does play a little downhill. We got 443 feet down the hill, just back left of the red basket into the woods. Red basket sits on the edge of the woods in the front. If you go down and a little left in the woods, that's where the yellow basket is. There's a few options. You can kind of take one over the red basket and try to stay straight into the woods, or you can play a big forehand out to the left and maybe give yourself a look going into the woods from the left side. I think I'm going to try the forehand, but I'm going to try both. Don't think the forehand's gonna have quite enough distance, so we'll see what else we can do. Try to take the T-bird 3 up the middle. That looks to be in a similar spot. We're gonna go onyx, see if we can push a little further. That got through pretty clean. It might be a look at it. The forehand wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. Still gave me a long look at it, probably 60, 70 feet. I think if I push it a little flatter, or maybe even a touch of Annie, I can get down up here a little further. Yeah, the T-bird 3 ended up in a little left of this, and I think the onyx still pushed through quite a bit. Not a bad bit. Let's see where the onyx ended up. So you got basket there, right there's where the T-Bird 3 ended up. So not too bad. Not a fun place to putt from though. So with the basket there, the Onyx ended up pushing a little bit past it in the woods. Still not a terrible look at the basket though. All right, after hole 2, after walking hole 2, I'm probably gonna go with the forehand play on that. I think it's probably the safer play. If not, I'll probably go with something like an Undertaker to get a little more turn out of it. On to hole 3 here, 419 feet, par 4. Basically just trying to stay as straight as possible through this first gap. Give yourself a nice easy up and down for birdie. I'm gonna go with the buzz first. That might have drifted a little too far left, so I'm gonna try a buzz SS. That wasn't too bad. I like the shape of that shot. We'll go one more with a zombie. Oh. That's not the play. The Buzz SS put me in a pretty good spot up here. Looking straight at the basket, should be a little pitch up for a tap in. Not a great upshot, but definitely still makeable. Even though the Buzz carried a lot further, it's a much more difficult angle over here on the left. That's not it. All right, hole 4 out here is 768 foot par 4, wide open, just trying to let one fly off the tee, and then hopefully have a nice hyzer up there for a nice tap in birdie. We're gonna go nuke, then Zeus, then a force. All right, that'll work. Now Zeus. And one more with the straight force. They're all very similar shots. We'll see what ended up the furthest. All right, we're gonna go ahead and play from the nuke. Got about 320 into the pin. Parked. That was an easy raptor. All right, hole 5, we got 250 feet par 3, bending up to the right. Not exactly sure what I want to do yet on this hole. We're going to throw a turnover Luna, probably forehands in, maybe even a forehand raptor. Throw a few things and see what works out best. Oh, not quite inside enough. We'll try it again with a roach. Same exact thing. All right, we'll go zone. That looked really good. We're gonna throw another zone. I think the zone's the play. All right, the Luna and the Roach kicked off way left. Both forehand zones are well inside the circle. Forehand zones, definitely the play. Straight at the red basket and let it go right. All right, hole 6, 411, par 4. Looks like the play is going to be a turnover shot up through this left gap. Fade a little right, stay in the fairway, and then probably just pitch up for an easy birdie. I'm going to go Undertaker and Onyx. We'll see which one's better. I think I remember these being a pretty solid play. Go Undertaker first. Hit a late tree, but still should be in a good spot. We'll go Onyx now. That stayed in the fairway, slid across to the right side, but should be an easy up and down. All right, so right here is where my Undertaker landed off the tee. If you look up over there, there's the basket, not too far away. Should be an easy little touch forehand up there. Should be parked. The Onyx managed to push up here far enough, right out in the wide opens where all I have is a little jump putt up for an easy birdie. I'll go in. Easy birdie. There are a lot of rock and a little bit of a slope on this green, so it will be important to make sure I know exactly where I'm landing, and I need to watch the angle that I'm coming in at. All right, hole 7, only 195 feet up the hill. Pretty short hole. You can kind of see the band at the top of the hill. I'm either going to go straight / turnover Luna, or I might try a forehand zone as well. We'll go with the understable Luna first. Little short, hit a tree late too, so we'll go a little bit straighter Luna. That looked to be pretty good, maybe a touch short. Go forehand zone. I think if I put that on the left side, it'll be good. So I'm gonna try another one. Looks pretty good. All right, so you can see here, this Luna hit this tree, fell back a little bit. Not terrible, but definitely would like to be a lot closer on this hole. The other Luna's about 25 feet to my left, similar distance putt. Here's the second forehand zone, the more overstable one that I've turned a little bit. And even the zone that came out early still ended up in a pretty good spot, about 15 feet over here. hole 8, 323, plays way downhill, dead straight the entire way. Most likely going to be one of these two Lunas. Once again, we'll go flippy first. A little low and a little too much hyzer maybe. We'll go with the straighter one. Just short of pin high, it should be pretty good. All right, this straighter Luna was definitely the play. Hit a late tree and slid over here short left, which is definitely the best disc for the shot. See if I can make another long putt. Oh, get it there. All right, hole 9's 320. Again, similar to the last hole, distance and shape wise, a lot smaller gaps on this hole. I think I'm going to try to take Luna up the right side, and then we'll try these buzzes too and see how they work. Oh no. So the first buzz I threw, the slightly understable buzz, ended up being the best shot, about 20-25 feet. Luna was just over there to the left of the basket, also not too bad. It'll either be this buzz or the Luna in the tournament. Hole 10's 345, par 3. Pretty good hyzer to the left. Looks like I want to hit this gap on the right with something overstable and try to push as far left as possible. I think I'm going to start with the overstable Onyx. I don't think I can throw it better, so I'm only going to throw that one. Ended up completely parked. All right, hole 11 here's same distance, 345. Another slight, this one's slightly a hyzer, that one was a lot more of a hyzer. I think I'm gonna aim for that gap on the right and hopefully have a soft fade to the left. Not sure where I wanna get there distance-wise yet, so I got a few options. I'm gonna start with the straighter Malta. That was a touch too straight. We're gonna try an eagle. No. That was another foot to the right. I think it would have been good. We'll go T-bird 3. Again, just 2 inside. We're gonna try one more with an overstable Malta and we'll see how that goes. Got a nice lucky kick, but none of those are that good. Based on where the Malta ended up, even like in the right side rough, I think the eagle is gonna be the best play to get all the way up there. Hole 12, 331. Pretty much dead straight, maybe a soft turn to the right. Should be perfect for a buzz. Slightly understable buzz. Didn't quite get the turn on it. Let's see if I can push a Luna there. look parked. Luna was absolutely parked. The buzz was only about 10-15 feet left of the basket. It hit the stuff on the left and slowed down. I think Luna might actually be the play on this one. Hole 13 here, 258 down the hill and to the left a little bit. Looks like it's just gonna be a soft hyzer. I'm gonna start with a Big Z roach and then maybe try my straighter zone. Oh. All right, let's try zone. None of those tee shots were really good. I think the roach would have been good if I hit the initial gap with it. I think that's the play, more of a soft hyzer, but it still could be that straight zone. I haven't quite decided yet. Hole 14, 333. There are kind of two lines. There's a hyzer line here on the right, which I'll be taking. And there is a little bit of a fairway over there on the left side for a forehand, but I don't see anything really working over there. The basket's essentially straight through the middle of this section. I'm hoping this onyx can get up and push far enough left. If not, we'll try a couple other things. Threw it well. It looks really hard to push something far enough left. I'm gonna go a touch more understable, see if I can push it further left. We're gonna try an undertaker hyzer. Oh. Hit a late tree. Not entirely sure what to do, but we'll go up there and see where those two ended up. As you can see, walking up here, there is this big rock wall in the way blocking the basket. My first shot ended up just right of the short basket, but still behind the wall, trying to get up there to the yellow basket. All right, hole 15 is a long par 3 at 425. Very strange angle to get to the basket. I think the best option here is going to be a flex forehand. I'm going to go with the force on a nice ante and hopefully it goes down and finishes back to the basket. Not quite enough turn. Let's try that again. It's not too bad, still not quite enough turn, I don't think. All right, well, it turns out I forgot the pressure cord for the second shot on that last hole. That second force I threw, the straighter force, ended up still like 70 short after hitting some stuff because it didn't have quite enough turn. Ended up making one of the putts, but here on 16, 353, super tight gap off the tee. It goes slightly to the left. I think I'm gonna try to push an understable buzz and flip it up down the middle on the first one. And I might try a flex forehand with an overstable force. Hit a tree, but it stayed in the fairway. We'll try the flex forehand. Right next to the buzz. Still a good ways back, so I'm just gonna pitch up with a Luna. All right, on to 17, 385 par 3. Soft hyzer, pretty much straight. I think I'm just gonna go with the T-bird 3 first. Hopefully throw it pretty straight and have it fade a little bit to the left close to the end. It was the right shape, just pulled it a little bit. I'm gonna try a similar thing with this Onyx. This Onyx is a touch more understable than that, so a little more hyzer. It's a little too far left. I'm gonna try one more. I'm gonna try an eagle. Looks like it might be inside the circle. Even though the T-bird 3 went a little too straight, still not a terrible spot here on the right. Still a long putt. As you can see, the eagle's just outside the circle up there, and just even with that, on the left side of the fairway is the Onyx. So definitely options, but I think it'll be either the T-bird 3 or the eagle on this hole. The Onyx, being as unstable as it is a little touchy for the shot. All right, finally here on 18, we got a par 4, 628 feet. Essentially dead straight, but the second part of the hole is way uphill. I'm either gonna go nuke or Zeus off the tee, and then hopefully cut off as much distance as I can for the upshot. Go nuke first. Way too far right. Pulling it over that far right is just going to make the second shot even longer. I want it to finish as straight in line with the basket as I can. I'll go Zeus next. That shot with the Zeus was a lot straighter. Might not have gone quite as far as the nuke, but it stayed in line with the basket, which will keep me shorter for the next upshot. All right, well, ran out of storage right before I started filming the second shot. I was able to get it up and down for a birdie. Hopefully play well this weekend. Game feels pretty good. Circle 1 putts are gonna make the difference. Circle 2 putts felt really good today, actually. My jump putts felt good. This video most likely won't be posted until after the tournament, so I will probably include my tournament results in there. It'll only be, I think, my second tournament playing MPO, so hopefully I can play well and maybe come away with a win. Thanks for watching.